Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms, or talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well is the links to my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking Jets. I do a live radio show on this channel. Call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. So with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about Tim Boyle. Interesting, huh? The New York Jets signed veteran quarterback Tim Boyle to a one-year deal. It's a very interesting move here, and we're going to talk about it, all right? Now, with Boyle coming in here on the one-year deal, this is a move that I was like a little surprised by. Okay, now keep in mind, Boyle was with the Bears last season, but before that, right, 2019, 2020, he was with the Green Bay Packers, and he was there with Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers. Oh boy. Oh boy. You see where I'm going here? Oh boy. Isn't that interesting, right? Isn't that interesting, okay? Now, again, he spent 3 seasons with the Packers as well. He got there in 2018. And the reason why that this signing is a little surprising is because I think it opens the door for Zach Wilson to not be the New York Jets backup quarterback like Robert Saleh said that he would. Now, recently, we know Robert Saleh came out and talked about, hey, Zach is going to be our number 2 guy. After being asked by the media, Mike White is gone. Are you guys going to sign a veteran guy? What's happening going forward with Zach Wilson? And he said, hey, Zach's going to be the number 2. Well, with Boyle coming into the building, here's a guy that has familiarity within the offense, that understands the other quarterback that we're trying to trade for. And with that right at the helm, I think that this guy could come in and truly challenge Zach to be the number 2 off the bat. Veteran guy, understands what's going on in this league. He's not the greatest quarterback ever, but he's a backup quarterback. He could be a quality backup here, right? So when you look at it from that situation, I think that this truly allows Zach Wilson, if Boyle ends up being the New York Jets' number 2 quarterback, this truly allows Zach Wilson to sit back and learn the game from the bench, the way that Mike LaFleur talked about before he got out of here. Remember that? All right, Zach, amidst all the struggles that he was having this past season, we saw him miss screen passes and his confidence was shot. They ended up deactivating him, benching him, and calling it a reset, right? Remember that? And then he came back later on in the season and was still bad, and then they deactivated him again and benched him. Well, here's the deal about a lot of the issues that Zach Wilson has. A lot of them are mechanical issues. Those things, even resets, trying to fix that stuff doesn't take 2 or 3 weeks to fix. That's a lot of muscle memory, a lot of bad stuff that you have to work out of your DNA as a quarterback. You don't work that stuff out in like 2 weeks. That's just not how it works, right? If a quarterback coach could do that, he'd be a billionaire, okay? Because there's a ton of quarterbacks in this league that have a lot of issues mechanically, and if you could just work them out in 2 weeks, hey, it would be a different time. Well, the deal is that this allows Zach to sit back and probably have a year where he can sit back and really learn the game from the bench. And truly sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, a great quarterback who's going to help him grow. He has a rapport with him. And then you're sitting behind Tim Boyle as well, a veteran backup that can help you learn the game too. I think this would do a world of good for Zach Wilson. A world of good if Tim Boyle does end up being the Jets' number 2 quarterback. Now, again, we'll see what happens going forward, right? And maybe even in that situation, maybe Zach sees the field, but that would be in a complete disaster where Aaron Rodgers will be gone down, Tim Boyle will go down. There'd be a lot of issues there, right? But again, this gives Zach Wilson a true chance to sit back and learn the game if Boyle is the number 2. Here's another perspective. The Packers and Jets trade talks are all over the place. The Packers just don't want to let it go, okay? They don't understand that there's no leverage. They're playing these petty games. Well, you look at the situation, the off-season program is coming up, right? It's going to be coming up on April 17th, right? You got these workouts coming. You got guys are going to be, in the building. This is where you start to kind of try to gain that chemistry, get that momentum, get rolling, start to talk to guys about their roles within the offense and all of that. Well, to help a lot of those things along, because this is a new offense. Now, it's a new offensive coordinator. The offense is staying the same. But there's a lot of things, a lot of little nicks and knacks that Hackett is going to throw into this offense that LaFleur did not. Well, Boyle's a guy that understands that through and through. He understands what Hackett wants to do. He knows the system. He knows the system through Hackett's eyes. He's going to understand the verbiage. He's going to understand the calls. He's going to understand the looks. He can help a lot of these guys, Zach Wilson and other guys included, right? A lot of the wideouts that we have, Garrett Wilson, McCole Hardman, CJ Uzama, Tyler Conklin, all these guys on the offense can look to Tim Boyle to help them on the field. And he can say, hey, this is what Hackett wants to be done here from your perspectives, right? Not only that, but again, we're still waiting on the trade for Aaron Rodgers. He can also tell these guys, hey, look, when Aaron Rodgers gets here, whenever that's going to be, right? Because we're still playing these games with the Packers, we're playing the game that they want to play. Whenever he gets here, this is how he looks at the game. This is his perspective. This is what he's going to want you to do. He's going to be able to help guys along understanding what Aaron Rodgers is going to want because he sat behind the guy. All right? He was there in Green Bay. And again, Aaron Rodgers and him have a good rapport as well. He called him a special guy when he was with him in Green Bay. Talked about how he watched him come up. Aaron Rodgers was very fond of Tim Boyle. So here we are. This is a really good move, I think, by the New York Jets. And it's a very interesting move. We're going to see what happens going forward. But I like it. I like what we did here. I like how we handle business here. And it sets us up in a very good position that just in case something wild goes, we still have a guy that can come in and help the offense, continue to roll along and help them continue to understand what this offense is, help guys understand and learn concepts. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. What are your thoughts about Tim Boyle and the signing? How do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts about him possibly being the Jets' number 2 quarterback? Do you think he'll be able to challenge Zach Wilson and be our number 2? And do you think it's a good thing to see Zach Wilson sit behind a guy and really learn from the bench? Also, what are your thoughts about what Boyle could bring to the offense as far as helping guys along? What are your thoughts about that? And what are your thoughts about what he can do as far as helping guys understand what Aaron Rodgers is going to want out of them as well? I like this move. I really, really do. I think it's a quality move by Joe Douglas and his staff, and they're just continuing to roll along. I really like it. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.